a good one today. We've got UK versus US food. Been trying American snacks lately, and they've been good. Well, some of them we've had a few disappointments, but this is going to be interesting. And obviously, I've got to support the UK, haven't I? But I reckon you guys will win it. But let's see, eh? You never know.
I just sell British snacks around them. I just have them all imported over.
Welcome to Watch
That's
Mojo.
what I've been doing,
And today
importing your
we'll be
stuff
pitting
over.
UK food versus US food and looking at their shocking
Full English. I had one
differences.
of them this morning.
We'll be examining which country provides the best food overall, from restaurants to supermarkets. We'll also look at which has healthier options, is cheaper, and what's available in each country.
Right.
What do you think about the differences between the food found in the United States and the United Kingdom? Are there any differences we missed? Let us know in the comments.
You guys will have
Round
double the
one,
portions.
Quality of ingredients.
Quality.
Ingredients in food we eat vary well.
I think we should do good in this. We do very strict on our farmers and control of organic
we'll be
foods and
looking at
stuff
the
like
major
that.
food chains common in both countries and whether the quality of their ingredients differs widely. In 2019, food activist Vani Hari, who also goes by the Food Babe online, showcased her research into the difference in ingredients found in packaged food items. This included Doritos, Mountain Dew, Quaker Oats, Heinz tomato ketchup, and more. She discovered that packaged food made and sold in the US contained vast amounts of artificial coloring and flavoring. For example,
Cut that out a
in the
lot of
United
UK
Kingdom,
stuff now.
Mountain Dew got its bright color
Mountain
from
Dew.
beta-carotene, a natural color derived from certain orange or yellow foods. In the United States, it came from Yellow 5. Yellow 5 is a petroleum-based dye called tartrazine.
Petroleum-based dye.
Most studies on artificial food colorings like tartrazine have shown that children who consume
Never
large
knew that.
doses can be negatively affected.
Randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled food challenge, published in perhaps the most prestigious medical journal in the world, showing artificial colors increased inattentiveness, impulsivity, and hyperactivity.
UK banned it
among
quite a
young
few years ago
You may
in our
also
foods.
remember when
Kids were
groups
going nuts.
campaigned to have azo dicarbonamide removed from bread in Subway, McDonald's, Wendy's, and many other major American
Doesn't
food
sound good,
chains.
does it?
This was in part because this chemical can also be found in yoga mats.
Yoga
The additive is approved by the FDA, and other companies also use
What are
it
you eating?
in their brands. Subway came under fire after a food blogger petitioned for its removal, noting that the chemical is also used to make yoga mats.
The campaigning by Harry to remove
How's that allowed in
ingredients
food?
from specific U.S. packaged food has proven successful on multiple occasions, but there is still a lot of work to be done in the United States.
And the World Health Organization has deemed it an asthmatic trigger. It causes lung issues in workers who handle it, skin irritation, eye irritation. So this is a very dangerous
this is in the
chemical
factories where
that's
they're
being
making
used in our bread.
The reason why the UK
If it's doing
may
that
fare
to you,
better in this area
don't put it
is
in.
due to the fact that
Simple
food
as that.
regulations regarding artificial colorings and ingredients are generally much stricter. For
Yeah.
example, in Europe alone, food companies must include warning labels if they use artificial dyes. This results in many opting not to use them, as it may deter potential customers. This and other deterrents forces companies to manufacture products in a more health-conscious way, meaning the United Kingdom is the winner when it comes to the quality of ingredients in
Got
their
quality,
foods.
but you might
Winner,
affect the flavour.
United Kingdom. Round 2, portion sizes. Okay, it's no
you've gotta
secret
win
that
this,
the United
hands
States
down.
is known for
Gotta smash
overfilling
it.
meals in what has become known as supersized
Supersized
portions.
me, everyone
Look
watching
at
that.
that. Look at how big that
He
thing
killed
is.
himself,
But
didn't he?
is
Mackie for
that
a
the
month.
case across the board? Food Insider did a deep dive into several
Drop
of
one.
the nation's shared fast food chains, dissecting
Hey,
just
there
how
it is.
big each of their standard sizes are. In every instance, the U.S. had considerably larger portion sizes
Yeah.
per meal,
Just
both
as I
in
expected.
volume and weight.
The size of that bucket.
Yo, look how much chicken this is.
Oh my god, what a mess. This isn't just
gotta
the
be for the
case with
family of
fast food,
6.
as packaged foods are commonly sold in more significant gram amounts in the U.S.
Use Snickers. Better?
A standard Snickers bar, for example, is 52.7 grams in the
sure
United
that is.
States and 48 grams in the UK.
Alright.
Sometimes there are even comically large editions available in the United States.
This
We
is
get bars like
one
that too here.
pound.
I said a
Roughly
3-foot
453.6
dirty milk bar the other week in
grams.
Iceland.
That isn't
3 foot
entirely
high,
a
about a
good
foot
thing, as
wide.
the United States
20
ranks
quid.
significantly
20
higher
pound.
than the
Quid
United
means
Kingdom in the
pound to you.
percentage of obese adults living in the country.
While 1 in 8 Americans rely on food stamps, the stocks of Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and McDonald's are at all-time highs.
Some might remember the 2004 documentary Super Size Me, in which
Mhm.
director Morgan Spurlock lived exclusively on fast food, which spurred active discussions about the health risks of America's fast food.
Anybody would say right now that you're sick.
However, we don't measure for health, we measure for sizes. In almost every case, the United States destroys the UK's portion sizes. Winner, United States.
Just get more for your money.
Round 3, overall prices. Given that the UK and the US use two different currencies that can fluctuate in value, it can be hard to examine just how much difference there is in food price. However,
point.
if the earlier section of portion sizes is anything to go on, there is increased opportunity to be served more. But does that translate into how expensive the food actually is? According to MyLifeElsewhere.com, the United Kingdom's cost of living average when eating out was higher, some
Right.
even on average as 25% more expensive than the
Jesus.
US when eating at an inexpensive restaurant. But while it might be more expensive to eat out, what about buying your groceries and eating from home? According to Numbeo.com, the cost of these individual items decreases exponentially if you're shopping in the UK. A 500-gram loaf of fresh bread would cost you $2.76 on
Right.
average in the United States,
$2.
but would only
That's
cost
what-
$1.31
Wow.
when exchanged for pounds in the
Yeah,
UK.
I was going to say.
Overall, consumer prices are 3% lower, and grocery prices are a staggering 20% lower.
Wow.
However, restaurant
So we've got-
prices
we've got
are
cheaper
5%
shopping.
higher than in the United States. Given how much these
But more
percentages
we go
lean
out.
in the UK's favor, the winner of this round is the United Kingdom. Winner,
Whee!
United Kingdom. Round 4.
2-1.
Variety. The United States has one of the biggest economies in the world.
Yeah.
It also has larger portion sizes, but doesn't have the most food chains and products available.
This one I'm
This might be a
expecting.
bit unfair,
Smash
but the United
this.
States is 40 times bigger than the
40,
United
that's
Kingdom.
insane.
It makes complete sense then that most of the world's largest restaurant chains originated from the US. McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, Starbucks, Domino's, Pizza Hut, just to name a few.
So bring your appetite, bring everybody.
There are many chains from the United States that haven't
Not
made the
burger.
crossover, however.
Never
The
heard of
United
that one.
Kingdom does have a few
Greggs.
select brands originating in the nation, such as Wetherspoons and Greggs. However, the United States vastly outweighs its competition in large brand availability and origins.
Yeah.
God bless the USA.
God bless.
This also extends to packaged food as well. There are many sweets and treats from the United States that would need to be exported to the United Kingdom rather than be made by a local factory. So, in the case of the variety of foods available to the average customer, the United States wins out.
Yeah,
Winner,
2-2. Thought you'd
United
have that.
States.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get
Yeah,
notified
good
about
channel.
our
Let's
latest
watch
videos.
Mojo. Got
You
really
have
good,
the
well put
option to be
together
notified
videos.
for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Round 5. Food safety standards.
Come
To
on, I think we're
clarify,
going to take the
when we
food
say
safety.
food safety standards, it doesn't just refer to the type of ingredient a food might contain, but also the enforced practices a country will partake in to prevent the spread of food-borne illnesses.
The principles of food safety aim to prevent food from becoming contaminated and causing food poisoning. With this in mind, ensuring that food is safe for human consumption is likely the most critical part of the food preparation process.
This means we will
Could have
measure
sleep when he
how
was talking,
sanitary food production is in the US and UK, and look at the processes involved in creating the food for purchase. This includes the management and care for animals.
I
The
always
United
buy
States
free-range
clearly
eggs.
has a larger population to cater for. It also has farther to travel to get their farm produce. And while the food safety practices have been ranked closely on an international stage, there are still areas for concern. The The United Kingdom has had a few food-related scares. A notable case includes the 2013 horse meat scandal, where foods advertised as beef in the EU contained horse meat.
Dodgy sellers were selling horses, cow.
Last month. Horse DNA was found in burgers stocked by some supermarket chains, including Tesco, Iceland, and Lidl. Today, the beef saga has spread, affecting firms in the UK, Irish Republic, Poland, and France.
Didn't buy them
But
burgers.
this is an outlier in the UK food industry, as locally produced food follows a lot of stringent cleanliness and tracing laws. All cattle are registered at birth, individually verified, and have their movement monitored throughout their entire life. In addition, British beef requires their country of birth, rearing, and slaughtering to be listed on packages. American farmers, on the other hand, have no such obligations. Animal cruelty laws are also much more advanced in the UK than in non-EU countries. As a result, many profit-based practices have been outright banned, including battery cages, sow stalls, and male pig castration. Animal feed also has stricter rules in the UK. To reduce the risk of transmitting brain disease in chicken, meat and bone meal isn't allowed in poultry feed. In addition, some feeds that promote growth in pork and chicken aren't authorized to be used on British farms. If we're looking at crops, there is also a difference in pesticides used. Since 2016, the UK and EU have banned an insecticide called chlorpyrifos due to its link to brain damage in children.
Well, the Nazi state developed this set of chemicals to be nerve gases. Sarin gas is in this family. But after the war, they realized, well, this will attack anything in the nervous system. So it's very effective in treating crops and killing insects. But if it drifts, of course, it poisons people. It has the same kind of effect.
It is legal to use in the US, however. The same goes for neonicotinoids, which were banned in Europe due to concerns over their harm to bees.
We still use glyphosate.
Neonicotinoids are water-soluble and relatively mobile in the ground. So when it rains, they are easily washed into the groundwater and runoff water. This means they affect the whole environment and are also absorbed by wildflowers and plants via their roots. The entire landscape becomes toxic for insects.
As recently as 2020, the UK banned fungicide chlorothalonil due to concerns about its effect on water quality and the environment. But perhaps the most frequently discussed difference is the use of chlorine to wash chicken. The process is used to decontaminate the meat and kill any bacteria left on the skin before it's sent off for packaging.
But really, it's a different standard in the United States. And it's not just chicken.
While this is a common practice in the United States, a trade group called the Soil Association argues that chlorine washing simply gives the impression contaminants have been killed. The United Kingdom, by comparison, doesn't allow this practice. They instead rely on rules that are designed to keep the meat as clean as possible through processing. It would certainly appear the United Kingdom is further ahead when it comes to the safety of its practices in creating food. Winner, United Kingdom. United States 2, United Kingdom 3. Overall, the United Kingdom beats out the US with a narrow 3-2 victory.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Watch.
Well, that surprised me. I thought you was going to win down, but it was a lot about food safety and hygiene, wasn't it? Not how good it tastes and how much you get, because that's what we all want. Yeah, interesting though. I have just ordered some more snacks. They're on the way this week. That'll be good to try. Somebody suggested tasty cakes from Pennsylvania. Apparently they're lovely. Couldn't get them. Nobody will send them to the UK. Must be an expiry date on them, but I'm looking forward to try that. That was a good one. Interesting. Come on, UK. You're going to have to win us back. Thank you.